record it, drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always bored.
Day 34 today, and welcome. Did you take the big action yesterday? Were you truly audacious? How did it feel? Was it scary or not as bad as you had imagined? Okay, so that's the thing with fear, is that we build it up in our mind so much to something that's so big that the more we postpone doing it, the bigger it actually feels. The bigger it feels in our mind. So every time we feel fear, this is the thing. What we're actually doing is we're sending oxygen and protein and blood to that part of our brain that is feeling the fear. And what we're doing is we're strengthening it. And the only way to break it is to actually do it. And that is why so often when we would love to do something that is high in our values, that will take us closer to what we would love, but we have been postponing it, or maybe hesitating or frustrating over it, might have just put it off for a day or two and then another day or two. And then when we get to actually doing it, we realize all of a sudden, hold on a second, it's not as bad as we thought, or not as bad as we'd imagined. Because what we have been doing is building it up in our mind to this massive thing. It's literally, essentially, fear building on fear. Okay, so the best way to powerfully create momentum in your life, in the continuing the trajectory in the direction that you would love your life to be on, is recognizing when you are feeling fear, and when it's stopping you from taking action, and knowing that it's the future imagined, and whatever comes from it, that there's going to be as many benefits and drawbacks, there's going to be as many drawbacks as benefits. So bear that in mind in future when you're feeling fear. And by continuously postponing it and not actually doing it, all you're going to do is make the fear worse. You're subordinating to it. And as the saying goes, feel the fear and do it anyway. So, as you are coming on, please do say hi. It's great to have you here. Lovely to have you here. And if you are watching the replay, please do #replay. And I always come back and check and say, give you a like or a love and say thank you for watching. And I appreciate you. Okay, so back to the audacious step that we took yesterday. Was it scary? How scary was it? Okay. Was the big audacious action as scary as you thought? If it was, did you ask yourself the quality questions? Why was it scary? Was it as scary as you thought? What surprised you about it? What was the benefit you gained from being audacious? What was the benefit of feeling scared about it too? Because today you're going to be taking more action, because you're now used to taking action. You're used to taking big, brave action. So what you're going to do is one more thing. Do one more thing that really scares you, okay? So what is the next thing on your list that you can do today to bring your intention or your intended manifestation closer? Using all the tools that you've learned so far on this challenge. Being in an expansive state of appreciation and gratitude. You know, what are the perceptions coming up for you? You know how to deal with that. What are the beliefs? Asking yourself the quality question, where the opposite is true. Where's the evidence in your life that the opposite is true? You know, consciously relate back to the hero's journey and understand that this is part of the process. Take time out to breathe, be mindful, be present. See how your thoughts may have been driving your feelings rather than the truth of the situation. Consider how common distortions that we fall for may be contributing to you feeling fear around taking the next audacious step. Are you mindful of your language and communicating caringly? Consider all of these as you take the next big step. And then when you've done that, what you're going to do is something really enjoyable and lovely for yourself. That is your goal for today. Whatever it is, take that big next step and then do something special for yourself. Go for a walk, have coffee with a friend, take time out to FaceTime with a friend you've been meaning to chat to. Take time out to read a novel. Whatever it is, take time for yourself and feel into the celebration of the moment, that you deserve it. You're taking action daily towards your goals, and you deserve everything that you create. You are declaring to the universe that you deserve it, creating a feeling of deserving. It's very important and something that we are wise to do. Taking time to let the universe do its thing. It's not all about doing. It's also important to take time to allow energy and intention to flow and be in a place and create memories that are inspiring. Create the happy hormones from within. Feel abundant in your creation. Next week, we'll talk more about feeling and the importance of feeling. And as tomorrow is review day, so make sure that you catch up with all of this past week's steps and get them done and dusted. Okay, so just to recap, you're going to take the next biggest step, all right, towards your goal, towards your transformation. What is the next biggest step that you can take? Knowing and understanding the truth about fear, knowing that we're wise to walk in the duality, knowing that there is as many benefits and drawbacks, as many drawbacks and benefits, and that's okay. Knowing that every time we postpone what is high in our values, taking action that's high in our values, every time we postpone it, all we're doing is we're feeding that fear. The only way out of it is to break it and take the action and send the blood, oxygen, glucose to the part of your mind that takes action. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. And then once you've done that, take time out deliberately, consciously, intentionally to do something wonderful for yourself and to be in the emotion, in the feeling, in the state of deserving, and allow the energy, allow the universe to provide, okay? Because you deserve it. That's your task for today. And I shall catch you tomorrow. Love and gratitude. Bye-bye.
That money clip us now.